seemed to have taken shelter in his hideout. Witcher set off to find it, with Kira in tow. Ciri had never reached the elven mage, yet the wild hunt had. The ghostly retinue was one step ahead of Geralt, or so it seemed. The Witcher felt that all was lost, until Kira gave him a new lead. The Crones of Crookback Bog.
Hello everyone, Richard back. It feels good to be back. It feels good to be back. I've been sick for a couple of weeks. I'm still sick. My voice has been not in great shape. So, that's kind of been problematic, stopping me from playing. I'm hoping, now that I have a new work schedule, that I don't have to get up at 5 in the morning. I can get up at 6:15, that I can squeeze in more videos per week. But when you've been sick, it's highly problematic when you're sick to post videos. So where we were was on Family Matters. We're going to investigate all remaining leads in Velen and find the Baron's wife. So let's do that. So the plan is to do enough of Family Matters to get a good chunk of the story. We'll be in southern Velen at that point, and then I want to do multiple episodes of world exploration. Which is going to take many hours, and the reason I want to do that is to fight the quest experience issue. So once you're 6 levels above a quest level, you get shit experience for completing it. So the only way to get around this problem is to basically go everywhere and grab every quest and find what the lowest level quest is. What am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing. Why am I going to this marker? Investigate. Yeah, I need to go south. Oh. I have the wrong thing selected. God, I'm a little sick. I'm not totally 100% with it. Look at this weather. God, this game is sexy, man. Like, fuck. Look at this weather. Oh, look at this. By order of military court in Novigrad, this man has been found guilty of fleeing the field of battle and endangering the lives of his brother in arms. He's been sentenced to death by hanging. This verdict is not subject to appeal. I just love Velen's atmosphere. It's grim. It feels like World War I, but in a medieval setting. I love Novigrad's atmosphere. You'll get to see that. It really is the best city I've ever seen in a video game. And Skellige is awesome too. And Toussaint is ridiculously good. So I'm not riding my horse because I haven't been in this part of the world, so since I'm trying to play organically, it's a good idea to kind of explore by foot and see if anything pops up. It is total shit out here. Why are you spitting at me? Look at that terrible... Just, what is this? Do I even want to know what this is? Oh, we have a hidden treasure. What is hiding it? Foglet. Necrophage. This is why you should do this exploration this way. You never know what's out here.
Come on.
Come on. I find Yurden can be helpful for slowing him down. Woo. Oh, whoops. That wasn't good. Foglets can be pretty tough at times. There's some weird RNG with where they spawn. Hello. That's not what I was looking for. Where are you? Okay, I probably should put a shield on. So I was watching some Witcher videos and reading comments, and level scaling is a really big deal in this game.
Show me what you got.
So it makes it much, much harder. There's a few bosses that are basically impossible unless you're willing to spend, you know, an hour and a half fighting them. So this Foglet is doing an insane amount of damage, but it's... yeah, Foglets are a little tough to fight at times. This Foglet is really annoying. He's just not popping up. Wow. This is a really, really annoying Foglet. I've never had a Foglet this annoying. Just pop up already. Damn. Small key. I don't even remember this. Nice. Letter. Junior, of course you can stay with us. What kind of question's that? Come, bring the whole family. War hasn't struck here yet. We've got plenty of food. My belly's even grown a bit in recent weeks. So if you take a bit of beer and bacon out of my mouth, you'll actually be doing me a favor. We're already preparing a bed for you. You'll stay in the attic. It's comfortable there as long as you don't forget to duck when you go up the stairs. Happy trails, Junior. See you soon. Mask. Tough luck. That's gotta be a treasure hunt that I completed. Geralt found his meeting with the Bloody Baron quite peculiar, and the Baron himself not so bloody at all. Or did it just seem so? In any case, it turned out Ciri had indeed visited Crow's Perch some time past, but further information about her was only available at a price. Oh, Geralt in the end found the Caprine fugitive and protecting it from manifold dangers along the way, led it back to its delighted owner. As promised, the Pelor now help Geralt in his search for the Baron's missing family. Some of these I think I forgot to read. We did that one. I think I read that one. Oh. The Nilfgaardian and Redanian forces had fought many bloody yet indecisive battles in Velen, from which both sides had to retreat without collecting their dead. On one such field, Geralt encountered a group of looters robbing the corpses of the fallen. In another time and place, he might have merely grit his teeth and continued on his way, yet conditions in Velen were harsh and other sources of sustenance few. So he decided to swallow his revulsion and defend these desperate men from the monsters stalking the battlefield. Hiring a witcher was one of the best ideas a looter's leader had ever hit upon. Geralt dutifully kept the monsters at bay while they completed their grim harvests. I did that one. Having learned which room Ciri had stayed in during her time at Crow's Perch, Geralt, for whom any excuse to paw through others' possessions is a good one, decided to search it and see if she had left anything behind that might help him find her. Though Geralt failed to find any breathtaking clues in Ciri's room, he was moved to near tears by the signs of her presence that he found there. They say witchers do not experience emotions as strongly as ordinary humans, but there was a powerful bond between Geralt and Ciri, and in that moment the witcher could not keep his heart from swelling. Oh yeah, I did read that one. Tough luck. Geralt came across an abandoned cart. A letter which he found nearby suggested him carrying valuable cargo. He decided to read the letter carefully, then take a good hard look around. Now Geralt felt sorry for the people to whom the wagon had once belonged. This did not stop him from taking the goods which they had left behind. He might find fault with this, but those were tough times. The Witcher was sorely in need of coin. That's interesting. Why in the hell is that level 18? That was a level 7 Foglet. Yeah, some of the quest levels don't make sense, is another way to put it. Alright. Oh! Hang on. Let me get my Hangman's Venom. There's just so much to do. And I also think Igni is going to be helpful here. What was this?
Damn cheap guards! You get your coins worth, even less. Thank you, Witcher. Where would I be without you?
Your guards run off.
Louts didn't get a chance, thank the gods. It's them you cut down, waited until we passed the last settlements, then attacked. And to think, I made sure the scoundrels were well armed. We stood no chance against them.
Why'd you come all the way to Velen? Not many to sell to around here.
Well, there's the Baron. Perhaps you've heard of him.
Worth the journey just to sell to him?
We'd never have set course for these gods-forsaken lands if it wasn't. And we've not much competition. That's the upside. Thank you. Please, this was to be theirs at our destination. Now it's yours.
I don't remember ever stumbling across this before. This is random help a merchant. This game is great.
Best deal around. One for the price of two. Or, oh, wait.
That's wild.
Thinking customer will see right enough the best deals this side of the pond. Dum dum dum. Dum dum dum.
Oh, I could have blown them up. Yeah, I can't think of too many games that reward the player for organic exploration the way Witcher 3 does. I love just having the minimap and no dots, because you have to kind of figure out organically where to go. So we're getting into the swamp parts of Velen. So it kind of sucks to be here. What is this? I don't remember this. What do we got?
Let's dance.
Come out, gentlemen. We have bandits. Where's all the bandits? Okay. What's the story to this place? I don't know if I remember this place either. There's dead bodies. Is there any hidden loot? Yep, I've already read that book. There's just a dude here. What the fuck? Okay. There's a bridge. I wonder what's over here. Usually at bridges there's something to do, which is something I discovered myself. I'm just curious, do we have guards? There's usually all kinds of wild stuff going on bridges. Oh, there's a little village over there. I'm honestly surprised there's an intact bridge. What do we got? Drowners. Okay. Alright, I will do my duty. I need to meditate first. Because I was out of swallow. Okay. Let's do this. Come here. Come here, everyone. Yep. Come here. I have to be careful. This level scaling, I've never done it before. This level scaling is scary. I've already been running into issues with the enemies really hitting hard. So, what ends up happening is that mistakes are punished in the harshest possible way. At least compared to if you just play on normal Deathmarch. So you'll probably see me, so I'm going to be more balanced. The other thing to make it harder is I'm not going to use alchemy, because if you do alchemy, you're an unstoppable killing machine. What the hell is this? We have soldiers? Fire burst arbor. Okay. Dang, you get good experience for clearing out abandoned sites. Nilfgaard. Yeah. Wait, there's hidden treasure? Dang.
Know the price for their help. Blood.
New markers, Lover's Landing. I don't remember this. Huh.
If I ever have a son, I'll name him Gary.
Huh.
We shouldn't.
Pam
Can't lose hope.
Pam.
Okay. What is this? Unsent letter. Melitele Blesia Niddle. Listen, Niddle, that little case you gave me to transport, was there anything of value inside? Because thing is, I had a bit of an unfortunate work accident. And well, the blasted case fell in the water and I couldn't spy it for the life of me. I tried to fish it out, but some devil must live on the bottom there. Because every time I toss my net, I catch a snare. Maybe there's, I don't know, some way I can repay you? A discount on your next shipment, maybe? Sincerely, Willich. An unfortunate turn of events. That's a treasure quest. Well, Geralt knew reading other people's correspondence was ill-mannered. He also knew it could prove extremely useful, for one never knows what interesting discoveries one might make. Well, literally, bless you, Niddle. Listen, Niddle, that little... Okay, yeah. Can I track that? Uh-oh. I'm gonna need my crossbow. In fact... Okay. They're dead. Level scaling with drowners might prove to be a problem in the water. I'm gonna guess... Did I get a better weapon? Holy shit, I definitely got a better weapon. Hang on. Here's the thing though, is it better? Sign Igni. Chance to cause burning. Yeah, it's definitely better. Definitely. That's better. Okay. So let's finish reading up on that. It was... Where is it? These are all the quests I've done so far. Niddle didn't seem to bother retrieving the sunken case, but it was still resting on the bottom when Geralt found it. Though this was not the easiest of tasks, Geralt fished it out and, wrenched by the contents of this lucky find, marched on to his next adventure. Sweet. Okay. Yeah. I need to change this to that. Sweet. What is this? Oh, I already went to this place. That's right. What is that?
Mate's just about ready.
Things howling.
The bandits got and took me, you golder.
Starve. We've got us a beat. Pisser, ain't it? Pack of fat doinkers in the middle of nothing.
Save your golder, I'm begging you.
Just dig it.
Quite the banquet. Where'd you get all the meat?
Found porkers wambling all about, so we roasted one of them.
Want a pint? Plenty to go round.
I'll pass, thanks.
Your loss. Caius, cut us up another hunk.
No, I won't stand for it. They done roasted your golder, the waffles.
Him again. You want another bannikin?
What's this about?
They slaughtered your golder. Cook her up. Wazzocks.
Same old song. Nothing doing. Gotta wallop him. Caius, Jacob, grab him.
Nay, shan't be. Help!
He hasn't harmed you. Leave him alone.
We go all chummy like, offer you roast hog, and you do this? No Grocko's gonna give us orders. Clobber him, lads!
Oh, that's right. I have my new sword. That 9% chance to set someone on fire. Yeah, what the fuck is going on with this guy?
You hurt?
Me? But you gold her. Oh, zounds! They done cooked her!
You must have really loved that pig.
Who are you?
I'm Geralt of Rivia.
Me? I'm Yontek of these parts.
Live in this village alone?
Me? They's home. Flab and Hagel and Bebon. Only Klaus and Igor are gone missing.
Who are Klaus and Igor?
Igor's the fool that eat grass. Klaus, he's the elder man. Every man knows Klaus. But where's they now? I dunno. Took by the piggy magic, must be.
The pigs are magic?
They sure is. See for yourself.
Fine. I'll take a look at the pigs.
Good, lush.
Okay, Fool's Gold. During his travels through Velen, Geralt survived many a bizarre adventure, but few more memorable than that which I will now recount. For who could have thought a routine stop in a village strangely empty, save a few bandits arguing with a local dunce, would end in such a curious fashion? The Witcher surely didn't, though he did have his suspicions. Okay, I'm not going to do this right now, because I really want to get a little bit more into the Velen story and then do world exploration. Because I'm getting to the point where my level is a problem. So what'll happen is I will do all the side content based on level. So that way I'm not getting burned too bad on being too high level. Okay. We will come back and explore that village later. Oh no. A necker. Is there a nest? I don't think so. Yeah, we're really out in the wild right now. We are in no man's land. This... oh, I might want to do this. Pretty sure I'm going to want to do this. Because I'm going to get some diagrams. This is an important location.
Place of power. Should draw from it.
So, yeah. This is an excellent view. So that location over there, we will be dealing with much, much later in the game. And down there is a lot of fun crap. Wow, look at what you can see. That is not possible on the Xbox. Okay. This is actually an important location. Let's not die. I think there's an entrance. Yeah, that's deer. That's not what I'm looking for. I think this is the vampire catacomb. Somewhere. I think. I'll leave it alone for now. So what's this place? God, I'm just getting distracted. Oh, I bet this is Downwarren. We got a new notice board. You're sleeping. Is it really that time? It's 9:26 p.m. Meh. Hi.
Can't be in two places at once, can I?
Yeah. Let's go loot some things. Yeah, these people are not living luxurious lives. Where's the notice board? Rat catcher come to town. Rid your hut and yard of mice, rats and other furry vermin. For a bit extra, I'll see to the crawly, creepy kind as well. Fast and effective, use the latest natural methods. A special magic flute from Hamelstein, which do no harm to plants nor friendly beasts. Reasonable prices, effectiveness guaranteed. A wandering rat catcher. Leather tanner. Will flesh and tan the hides of deer, wolves, and bears. Price negotiable. Robert. Will darn and patch. If you wear it, I can patch it, sew it, darn it, or otherwise make it good as new or better. My hands work fast and steady. Thread and patch is included in the price, but if more than an L's worth of stuff is needed, you'll have to provide it yourself. Payment in eggs, grain, or potatoes preferred. Antonio. So yeah, I mean, they're starving, so they're bartering. Furrier looking for work. Furrier and leather worker. 20 years at the table, willing to take on jobs, large and small, fixing and creating apparel, fine and rugged. Reliable and timely, will pick up the raw stuffs and deliver the finished wares with a smile. Bram Blackbriar. Will trade citron rugs for food, will trade ornate citron rugs. 3 for food, meat preferable, that all considered greens as well. New items never used, ideal for decorating walls, lovely fabric with linen warp, meant as a dowry for my daughter, but the black end's a ditter end, so there will never be no wedding. Geraldine. Wow. Contract, monster from the swamp. Anyone know how to read this and read it carefully so that it's known far and wide, or at least through the whole village. Out in the bog by where we dig peat, there's a beast that feeds on men and spurts out deadly mists all around itself. If you're good with a sword and looking for coin, know that I'll pay, and pay well, for that beast's head, and to everyone else, stay out of that accursed bog if you value your lives. Don't say I didn't warn you. Leslov. So, we got another quest. Witcher contracts. A mysterious fog that killed all who ventured into it had arisen near the village of Downwarden. Inconveniently close to where peat was being dug, Geralt decided to investigate this murderous mist and see if he couldn't put a stop to it. And what is this? Announcement. The inhabitants of the villages of Downwarden and Lidenville are hereby ordered to report to the Nilfgaardian Army Group Center, camp to perform labor for the Empire. Lists of assigned residents and their designated days of service have been provided to the village eldermen. Those caught evading their duty shall be flogged. Yeah. Where was I going? This way. We are really getting into just out in the middle of nowhere. Rough terrain. There's gonna be, like, a lot more monsters than men. What is this? Oh. Just drowners, huh? Where was I? What the hell is this? This atmosphere is so creepy. There's like skulls. Really? Woo! Hello. So you can see there's these weird colorful flowers. Follow the trail. So there's all this like candy and weird shit hanging from trees. Can I inspect it? No. We see some huts up ahead. An abandoned something.
Doug went in the kitchen, stole a hunk of meat. Cook gave him a licking, strung him by his feet. Cooked and bled him empty, stripped his skin off clean. Laughed and said, how tasty, best sausage I have seen. Cook's a stupid killer, shouldn't have ate the pup. Now we'll light a fire, gonna roast him up. 1, 2, 3, the one to fetch the kindlings, thee!
Interesting rhyme.
Don't know you. Go away.
What are you doing out here alone?
We's not alone. We's with Gran.
But where did you all come from?
We's orphans.
All of you?
There's a war, so there's orphans. Didn't know that?
I'm looking for the witches of Crookback Bog.
You looks like a witch yourself. The witches of the bog. We can't go in the bog. Gran don't let us. When my brother Zemet went missing, Gran said it was 'cause he went in the woods and got lost. Gran cried an awful lot after that. He could still come back.
A young woman got lost in the swamp. She has ashen hair and a scar on her face. You kids see anyone like that?
Ain't no lassies here. What am I? You're no lassie. Lassies got tits. They do. Heard an old man say once, when the army was here, he says, hide them lasses in the woods. They's dazzling the soldiers with their tits. And it's torturing the poor lads. That's what he said.
Anyone else here, besides you?
Meaning who?
Someone who might have seen the woman?
Like the six-eyed tree? Tree slapped all year. But there is Johnny.
What's this talk? What kind of jabbering is this, eh? No one allowed here. Just kids. My kids. They're allowed. But who are you, wearing swords like a bandit?
You look after these kids?
They're my grandchildren.
Gran's good to us. Gonna be soup with scratchings for supper.
Kids get lost in the woods. I miss them. Seen them in the woods. No one has.
You one of the witches of the swamp? I hear Crookback Bog.
Witch? Me? Nay, I've no broom nor owl and not one wart on me nose. Got a pretty nose, see?
Gran's got a lovely beak.
Oh, you darling girl. Oh, kids are so sweet.
Who's Johnny?
Johnny ate a cat. Come the more in some furry shack.
Watch your language. They tells tales and tales, naught but tales.
Just talking to the kids. Asked them if they'd seen a young woman.
I was a lovely young woman. Wore a long, beautiful braid my mummy did up for me. Had dresses with flowers on 'em.
Maybe you've seen her. Young, ashen hair.
Your betrothed?
Daughter, actually.
Daughter? My dear, sweet little daughter. And her sister. Where are they now? Maybe they've come to some harm.
A bit of help, please? A young, ashen-haired woman. Just need to know if you've seen her.
What are you looking at, children? Wash your hands, we'll go catch crickets.
Won't learn anything from you.
Aye, 'cause I don't know nothing.
That Johnny knows. He knows a lot. When I ask him something, he says, wait, I'll scratch my arse and tell you.
Ugly word. What you saying? To the hut. You'll stand in a corner. I'll make sure you do. You, be gone. Be gone.
This is getting weirder and weirder. You have a Hansel and Gretel setting, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? We have a character entry. Characters. Gran. In times of war, one often encounters those who have suffered cruelly at the hands of fate. Geralt was thus not shocked to meet the woman who the children in the Velen swamps called Gran, thus she seemed to have suffered manifold unspecified ills. Whatever her woes, it was clear she cared for the war orphans in her charge with love and devotion. So, we need to go to the hut. Will you let me loot that? Apparently not. Okay.
Can't come in here. Not allowed in here.
I just want to talk to the boy.
Not allowed. It's not allowed.
He won't talk to you anyway. Gran don't like you. And Johnny's made up. And strangers steal kids.
Just got one question for you.
Don't be asking no questions. You're a stranger. Not allowed to talk to strangers.
Can we eat now? Soup with scratchings.
You hear? Says he's afeard of you. Stop scaring my kids.
Alright.
Why don't you want to talk about Johnny? One of you knows about him. The others must too.
It's just him who's pals with Johnny. They pick mushrooms and hunt snails. But Gran says Johnny's made up.
Have any of you ever seen Johnny?
Of course. Looks just like him.
Then why do you say he's made up?
Gran says so. And Gran knows lots.
Does your Gran treat you right? She ever hurt you?
Never. When we're bad, she cries. She's scared. Says strangers might take us. And we'll disappear.
The boy who plays with Johnny, he must be brave.
Not brave, just stupid. Sat his bare bum on an anthill once. But yeah, he plays with Johnny. He don't listen to Gran and goes in the woods, and then he's got to have a time out. And eats snails. Yuck.
The girl I mentioned is in danger. You gotta help me get your Gran away from the hut so I can talk to Johnny's friend.
All right, but you've got to do something for us too. Play hide and seek. Gran never does. Says her feet hurt.
Is there something else you need or want?
Ooh, I want something sweet. And me too. Oh, fruits. Give us a treat and we'll help you.
Here's some treats.
Yum.
I've never tried that before.
Never eaten nothing like this before in my life.
Cool.
Gran! Gran! Bumblebee bit Yagner in the arse! Gran! Come!
Don't be afraid.
Don't know nothing.
I won't hurt you.
Where's Gran?
She's busy. Why are you scared to talk?
I'm not scared of nothing.
You're all scared of something. Would have told me about Johnny otherwise.
I'm worried about Johnny. He don't come round no more. Once, when we was mushroom picking, I saw his burrow. But Gran yelled at me. Said not to talk to strangers, 'cause then kids go missing. She worries about Johnny too, though she says he's made up.
Where are you and your friend's parents?
Dad, some starved, others were killed, like mine. One day, they went out at dawn to look for berries in the woods. Still some around back then. When I was coming home, I heard the yells, then laughing. Went up and hid in the bushes near the woods. My mum yelled, and the soldiers laughed. Laid my pa down by the barn door. His head clean off. And then my mum.
It's all right. That's enough.
This is the thing I love about this game, man. The shit's about to get real. This is real war. This is real stuff that happens in war, and the voice acting captures it perfectly.
I just want to talk to Johnny. He could know more than you.
Not gonna hurt him, right? 'Cause he's real. He's not made up.
I'm not gonna hurt him.
Johnny used to be boy, 'cause Gran liked listening to his songs. When we was picking mushrooms, Johnny said he saw a girl with ashen hair in the swamp.
Where can I find Johnny?
There's a little meadow on the edge of the swamp. This strange tree grows there. Look around. You'll see him.
Thank you.
Who said off? Eh? Ugly word, ugly. Don't call, Yakna. Name calling's not allowed.
She says, when I fall asleep, rats will come and eat my eyes.
Shouldn't say that. Apologise. I'll stand here till you apologise to her and to me. I've got time.
Ain't no rat gonna eat your eyes. And I know we're not allowed to say dirty words.
Good child. Apologies mean treats to please a belly needing to be put at ease.
Wow. I missed this scene.
What is this? What? Nothing for you here. Stay away from the kids.
Man, you gotta take your time with this game. There's so much stuff. Oh. We got drowners, so... Oh, crap. Is that a water hag? Yes. Well, that's great. God, they gave me a water hag? Okay.
If Johnny's real, he must leave prints.
Look at that.
Small footprint. Johnny's been through here.
I love the way they do the Witcher senses in this game. It's very intuitive and fits within the lore very well. It's like the most overpowered thing about Geralt. Oh, look at that.
Tracks lead to a burrow. Wonder what's inside.
Do I have to... Oh.
Johnny?
Don't be afraid. You're a Bucca? A Luton? Ah, a godling. Not many of you left. I'm looking for a woman with ashen hair. Seen her? Tell me everything, from the start. Where did you see her? What was she doing? It's important to me. Why not? You know the kids from the clearing well? Don't be afraid. Not gonna hurt anyone. This where you live? Cozy burrow. Good location. Must know about everything that happens in the bog. Doesn't bother you having monsters for neighbors? What's wrong? Can't talk? Why? Lost your voice? Can I help you somehow? Can't understand you. Try to explain it somehow. Want me to follow you? No choice, I guess.
So I'm pretty sure we're gonna run across enemies. Man, there are so many enemies.
Damn it.
Hello. Oh, that was bad. Oops, that was bad. Again.
Stay close to me.
A lot of honeycomb.
This the place? Let me look around. Something's on the ledge? Something that'll get you your voice back? Guess I gotta make this climb.
Alright, I know I'm gonna be fighting some siren type creatures, so I think I need hybrid oil. Alright, let's make this climb. Oh, I could just have done this. I think I need Ard. Alright. And we have a dragon. Great. Oh, that's a dragonoid. I don't have that oil. They might be they might be vulnerable to ink me. Oh, this is gonna be a mess. I don't have that oil yet. This is also moderately unusual. Okay. Okay, I gotta this is not good. I can try Igni. Nope, I need Ard. Come here. Getting some fire damage. Not doing a lot. Oh, finally. Yeah, this is a little tough without the oil. Once I get all the oils, it makes it much easier to fight these guys. Okay. I don't remember what they're weak to. Dragonoids, yeah. Golden Oriole, Grape Shot, Dragonoid, and Ard. Okay. Wyverns. Most dangerous of all of the royal wyverns. Or, as they're called in some circles, the royal pains in the arse. Albina Tuttle Kempf, lecturer in natural sciences at Aretusa. Wyverns are often mistaken for dragons, and now they are much smaller than their more famous kin, and do not breathe fire. They are likewise extremely dangerous monsters, especially feared are the so-called royal wyverns, who, like their namesake monarchs, are exceptionally ornery and extremely deadly. There's a lot more stuff with alchemy that we'll do later, but I don't really have the recipes I need, I don't think.
Maybe you meant this bottle.
Alright.
Here.
Whiskey! Slither! Ringworm! Rubbish! Bumblebee! Flabbergasted! Ha! The sound of it! Peter Piper picked Prince Proximo a peck of pickled peppers by the pontar.
Done celebrating?
My favorite words! Life without savoring the sound of surreptitious shenanigans is like licking snails through a clock. Thank you for this, noble whoever you are. Long be your life.
Hang on a minute. I helped you, now you help me.
Would you turn this beautiful act of altruism into a banal bartering of favors?
How do you lock someone's voice in a bottle? Just wondering.
As am I, especially as mine's a voice to crown all voices. Sometimes it's like a forest brook, at others like a roll of thunder. And let's be honest, I talk enough to fill 3 barrels or more.
Somebody used some powerful magic on you, as a prank or just to be mean. How'd you lose your voice?
One morning I awoke and opened my mouth for my usual bout of singing with the thrushes. Lo and behold, no sound escaped. I tried and tried, almost burst a blood vessel. Then I went to the village, because word has it the new cunning woman works miracles. But people began crying out, "A smudger! A smudger!" and sick their dogs on me. Do I look like a smudger to you?
Not a bit.
Well, I thought not. So it must be the crone's doing. Who else would curse me? That bird friend of mine located my voice, but I was helpless to retrieve it.
Couldn't ask a raven friend to just give you the bottle?
Ravens serve the crows. They don't help no one.
I'm looking for a young, ashen-haired woman. See anyone like that?
Did I ever? Remember it as if it were yesterday. Soon as I woke, I went to empty my bowels. My favourite part of the day. Defecating to the sunrise. Downright glorious. Suddenly, heard a bang. So loud it couldn't have been me. And that lass appeared. Out of nowhere. Young, ashen-haired. Just like you said. Wounded. Panting to boot. She raced off towards the children's house. Quick as if the crones were after her. I yelled some unpleasantries. She disturbed my morn. Sadly, I'd lost my voice, so I don't think she heard me.
I've been to the village in the swamp, met a woman who might have been a crone.
Did she seem confused to you?
Nuts, completely.
So I'm not crazy. That's no crone. That's the granny who takes care of the orphans. Claims the kids made me up. Me!
An orphanage in a swamp?
What do you have against swamps? Lived here my whole life, and I heartily recommend it.
What do you know about the crones?
They're as old as this forest. Cruel, vindictive, not to be crossed.
What if someone does cross them?
Might take his voice, might take his life. Depends on their whim. They're nasty, although they care for this land and its folk in their own way. Supposedly they always keep their word. You must be careful what you ask for. Won't find them until they want to be found. See them until they want to be seen. But remember, they see and hear all that happens in the mire.
She ran off toward the orphanage. Kids could know something, or the old woman who takes care of them.
Oh, that old hag don't speak to strangers, and you're a stranger.
Will she talk to you?
I have spoken to her, got my ways. So be it. You helped me, and I'm no bore. Come with me.
Wow, we got... How is this quest updated? Okay, we have a character entry. Gran. Whatever her woes, it was clear she cared for the war orphans in her charge with love and devotion. Johnny. When the children in the swamp clearing first told Geralt about Johnny, the Witcher had every reason to suppose no such person actually existed. It was difficult to imagine anyone living in such inhospitable surroundings without quickly becoming food for drowners or water hags. Geralt thus suspected Johnny was the figment of childish imaginations, an imaginary friend for lonely orphans. Long years of experience, however, told him not to ignore any possible leads, so he decided to search the nearby swampland for any additional signs of Johnny. It turned out the orphans were not lying. Johnny really did exist. He was not a human child, but a godling, one of a rare breed of creatures that could be found scattered about the continent's wilderness. Unfortunately, Johnny had lost his voice in circumstances he obviously could not explain, and so neither could he provide much in the way of answers to Geralt's questions. Once Geralt had helped him regain his voice, however, he talked up a veritable storm, giving the lie to all the tales of these legendary beings' supposed shyness. Johnny also agreed to convince Gran to put Geralt in touch with the Ladies of the Wood. So, this is getting justifiably nerve-wracking. There's weird Hansel and Gretel setting. Like, we're being told there's these powerful, ancient, evil beings that we're really not supposed to fuck with, and guess what's gonna happen?
Watch out!
Oh, not another water hag. Alright. Come here. I hate dealing with these things. Come on. That was terrible. I was trying to fire Igni. So the reason I wait after they're on fire is because hitting something on fire with your sword puts it out. What is this? 1 second. Nothing else. Okay. Oh, new marker. The Orphans of Crookback Bog. I have markers I need to read. Orphaned and unwanted children from nearby villages find a roof over their head and a bowl of warm food here. Well, there should be a marker here. Lurch. Once the Eves family estate was located here, and the area bore the name of Lord Ev's wife, Mortalanka. When the couple died, their will stipulated their land be turned over to the serfs. The grateful peasants then founded a village of freeholders and named it after their first elderman, Lurch, who had previously served at the Evez family's butler. Interesting. Did I get something else just added? Oh, I do have more stuff to read. Water Hags, Northern Wind, Necrophage, Quen, Igni. Folks say water hags are drowners' wives. If that be true, tain't no wonder why they're such ornery bitches. Shemhel of Dregsden. Some tales mention water hags and swamp bents masquerading as lost old women to lure travelers back to the rickety shacks they build in the wetlands. In truth, only a blind man or a sighted man, blinded with drink, could mistake the rank sludge and rotting carrion of a water hag's den for a cozy cottage, and the hideous hag herself for an innocent grandmother. The wrinkled, wart-covered bodies stand nearly 2 yards tall, with skin the color of a long-dead cadaver, and stinking of muck and fish. Bony growths 2 spans long stick out from their backs, with hair like a tangle of seaweed, and claws that would make a werewolf proud, completing the picture. Yeah, they're really ugly looking. Oh, I have more to read. Relics, godlings. Oh my god. Not too long ago, the areas around peasant hamlets were chock full of guardian spirits. Today, it's nigh unto impossible to spot a brownie, bucka, or luton. In godlings, they are always the first to go. Such is the price we pay for civilization's forward march. From the preface to the world we have lost by Professor Dora Garay. Godlings, sometimes mistaken for luton, are woodland creatures dwelling in burrows and moss-covered hollow stumps on the outskirts of human settlements. They are similar to children in behavior and appearance, and like children, delight in mischief. Godlings are deeply rooted in their home territory and perform acts of care and guardianship to those dwelling near their burrows. They watch over people as well as animals, but shy creatures by nature, they try to do so while remaining unseen. Godlings are drawn to joy and innocence, and so delight in the company of children, and usually only show themselves to the young. These hard-working and clever creatures gladly perform small services for those in their care, asking only for respected payment in the form of food or cast-off tools in return. They are easily offended by trollish, ungrateful, or simply rude behavior. Godlings also treasure their peace and quiet. When the village a godling watches over becomes too populous, or its inhabitants forget the old ways, it will abandon its burrow for good and walk off to destinations unknown. Yeah.
Good. It's clear. Not a crone in sight. I need to sing to Gran. That ought to calm her. Little Johnny softly gazed, fire waning pale. Pop! A spark jumped out and whispered, "Listen, I'm a tale."
You got your voice back.
I did, though I seem to have lost an octave somewhere in the process. I shall look for it when I get home.
You're not allowed here, Johnny. You shouldn't have come.
Calm down, Gran. Don't get angry. It's not good for you.
The woman I asked about earlier.
Forgive me, Gran, but this fellow absolutely must talk to the ladies.
No, she's not allowed.
Please, it's important.
The fellow will be quiet. Gran, please hear me out. I found little Yagna when she got lost, did I not? Did I break Jenny's fever too? I did. I ask anything in return? No. Didn't even fuss about my stolen voice. Well, now I want something. Gran, help this fellow. Because otherwise he'll pester me day and night, even during potty time. His lass is missing. Perhaps the ladies can help find her, eh?
Well, since you put it that way, Johnny, I'll help him. Come with me.
Yeah, I love godlings. I think they're very interesting.
Johnny's a good lad, though the ladies don't like him. No, foul creature, they say. Don't like him.
Who are the women in the tapestry?
Those are the ladies. Ladies lovely, with power o'er all. Beseech I thee, answer my call. Before you a worm crawls, wretched and small.
How dare you disturb our rest, woman?
Someone speaking through you?
Good looking and clever, too. Where have you been hiding, boy?
So you're the three crones?
Crones? Where did you get such an ugly word, young man? Village bitches have been gossiping again. There's no limit to how jealous and petty humans can be. Do we look like crones to you? Go ahead, check. Touch me, white-haired one, where it pleases you most.
Is it my imagination, or is this tapestry made of hair?
Oh, he's got a sensitive touch. Touch me more, boy. Touch me more.
Where do you get human hair?
Never heard of the cutting? Round here, a young boy turns into a man when they cut his hair for the first time. Our sister weaves tapestries of this cut hair. If the weft is straight, happy's the fate.
What if the weft's crooked?
Then it must be unraveled.
Is this a curse? You trapped in the tapestry?
Oh, he's curious. We don't fall victim to curses. We cast them.
I'm looking for the woman with ashen hair. I know you met her. Where is she?
Oh, he's impatient. Perhaps he only likes ashen-haired girls.
The young woman. She's my daughter by choice. I raised her.
If she's shapely, what does it matter?
Matters to me.
I believe we've hit a nerve. He's bubbling like well-fed yeast. Oh, that's how I like him.
Yeah, we've got some horny witches.
It's clear you met her. Tell me everything.
That was blunt. Well, perhaps it's for the best. Tell me, have you got bollocks? Do you fear woodland beasts? Oh, hard times are upon us, white-haired one. Brother has turned against brother. The land is soaked in blood. evil reigns stronger than ever before.
A dark power has surfaced near Downwarren. It feeds on hatred and disdain. Destroy the beast, and we will be grateful. Tell you all we know about this ashen air.
Dark power? You need a knight errant, or a witch hunter, not a witcher.
The alderman of Downwarren will tell you all. Remember to collect payment from him after you complete your task. And now our servant will bring the dagger.
A dagger? What for?
When the alderman sees this dagger, he'll know we sent you. He'll aid with all.
I'll talk to the alderman, but I can't promise anything.
Move, woman! Give the young man the dagger.
And you, White One, return only once you've completed the task.
Aye, mistress, right. On me way. Dagger. Gotta bring the dagger. The dagger. For you. Lady told me to give it you. Here it is. The dagger. Place the alderman's payment on the stone. Stone bear, stone shear, stone knives, stone ears.
Man, this shit's getting wild. Character update, Gran. Geralt's first attempts to talk to her came to nothing. He was only able to break through her mistrust with the help of a godling named Johnny. A few words from the latter convinced Gran to help Geralt talk to the mysterious ladies of the wood. I think they get their own entry. Don't they? Apparently not. Okay. I'm almost level 8. Yep, I'm gonna rob. So... yeah, so there is magic, and we're exploring this basement, and there are skeletons. Yeah, they're worried about evil taking off, and you look at the basement and you're like, yeah, these women are bad news.
You ought not to be here.
Witcher is not quite the devil as you thought. A conviction has arisen among both mages and the hoi polloi that witchers barely rise a hair's breadth above animals, that they are deformed and bloodthirsty mutants, and that in slacking this thirst they do not limit themselves to the fluids of monsters. Meanwhile, the research and observations of Virgil O'Brien paint an entirely different picture of the cast. Of course, it's an indisputable fact that the mutations witchers undergo influence their temperament, immune system, strength, and endurance, yet one cannot consider them unthinking beings forged only for killing as a result. In fact, witchers cultivate a unique culture, a specialized body of knowledge, an effective training system, and even a code of honor. They know an incredible amount about the effects of ingesting various organic and inorganic substances, and also a small amount, but nevertheless something, about the fundamentals of magic. by which I mean the simple spells they call signs. On the surface, the Witchers appear to be a homogeneous social entity, but in truth their fighting styles, training regimens, and worldviews differ significantly depending upon the school to which they adhere. The best-known Witcher schools on the continent are the School of the Wolf, the School of the Bear, the School of the Griffin, the School of the Viper, and the School of the Cat. Oh, my evening with a vampire. You will no doubt call me a liar, a cheat, and a madman. You will shake your head in pity and snort in disbelief, but I promise you, I swear on all the gods, everything which you shall read in the pages to follow is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I met the vampire of which I write years ago in an inn in Beauclair. He introduced himself to me as Regis, and said he was a barber and a medic. Since he looked in every aspect like a mortal man, I might never have even suspected his true nature, had not a fire broken out shortly thereafter in the establishment in which we were residing. This Regis, if that truly was his name, stood completely untouched by the flames, whereas my own clothing quickly caught fire. The vampire carried me out of the burning inn, saving my life from certain death, that treated my numerous wounds. At first, Regis refused to answer my queries of how he had miraculously survived the furnace-like temperatures inside the building inn without so much as a scratch on his body or a hair singed on his head. Eventually, however, he must have sensed I was a man of the world, one who would not jump to hasty judgments based on appearance or species, and revealed his identity along with a great number of highly interesting facts. According to Regis, not all vampires are alike. This vast family contains both mindless catechins, fleeters, and echimars, who in form resemble overgrown bats far more than humans, as well as alps and bruxi, who look remarkably like homely maids. In addition to these, there are even more powerful higher vampires, to which genius belonged my unexpected acquaintance. Not even a witcher can discern a higher vampire from a mortal man. Contrary to popular belief, they cannot be killed by pounding aspen stakes into their chests, nor by cutting off their heads, nor, as I can vouch for based on personal experience, by fire. They do not fear running water, garlic, or the symbols of any creed. It might be some consolation to learn a vampire's bite does not turn a human into one of their number, and they do not in any way need our blood in order to survive. To them it is merely a delicacy in which they indulge from time to time, like men do with fine wine. Regis asked me to keep his tale to himself, but now as I lay on my deathbed, I feel that I must share this secret knowledge, even if it means breaking my word to this most noble individual. Oh my god, so we got bestiary entries. Vampires. Echimeras are weak to devil's puffball, vampire oil, igni. Bah, ain't nothing to fear, Echimeras. Why, they ain't nothing more than overgrown bats. Anonymous city guardsman's last words. Like other vampires, Echimeras are not, despite what village gossips might say, undead humans. They are instead post-conjunction monsters who have no particular feelings about garlic, holy water, or religious symbols. Unlike their portrayals in ballads and legends, they look nothing like handsome, pale aristocrats with charming Eastern accents. That, like catechins or neckarats, they do bear a strong resemblance to overgrown bats. They also do not suck blood from the necks of virgins with a delicate kiss-like bite. They tear them to shreds using long, sharp claws, and then slurp the splattered blood off the ground. Echimars are unusually cruel and exceptionally swift. They're able to quickly land blow after blow, capable of smashing even the best Mahakam-made armor into tiny shards. They should be fought with a silver sword, remembering that they can regenerate back health over time. One should thus never attempt to tire them out, or gods forbid, wait for them to bleed to death. Instead, cut them down as quickly as possible, and if possible, burn the body to ash and scatter it to the four winds. Higher vampires are weak to vampire oil and igni. Men, the polite ones at least, would call me a monster, a blood-drinking freak. Emile Regis, higher vampire. Only a mutual thirst for blood links higher vampires to their distant and much more primitive cousins, Echimeras, Alps, catechins, and the like. Higher vampires are in fact much more similar to humans than to those bat-like blood slurpers. They not only resemble us in appearance, but also share our intelligence and behavioral patterns. This means they do not squat in distant forests or hide in the shadows. On the contrary, they are particularly fond of cities where they live out deceivingly normal lives. Even witchers are not capable of recognizing them at once, but their medallions remain perfectly motionless in the presence of higher vampires. Yet all these similarities should not blind us to the essential difference. Unlike men, higher vampires are immortal. Those who have faced them in combat and survived can be counted on one hand. It is a witcher's good fortune that higher vampires are extremely rare, and not all are dangerous to humans. Now they do have a taste for blood, they do not need to drink it to survive. Some higher vampires have renounced feeding on humans altogether and do no harm to anyone, but others give it to their desires A witcher who braves fighting a higher vampire must bear in mind that he faces a monster endowed with incredible strength, when able to manipulate men and animals, turn invisible, and transform into a giant bat. And furthermore, one which is nearly impossible to kill. In other words, even an experienced monster slayer should think twice before accepting a contract on one of these creatures, even if half a kingdom and a princess's hand is in the offing. Yeah. So we will see some vampires in the base game, but they are not higher vampires. We are going to have our hands full with vampires, in the second DLC. We are going to have plenty of vampires. Plenty. Okay, next, I would like to go south to here. Wow, I've been doing a lot of reading. I just love this environment. It's just miserable. You see that? That we will get to go to later. So we got a ways to go to get to that's the Nilfgaardian camp. Do you have a guarded treasure? I have a feeling that's a golem.
Looks like rain.
And I think it's like level 20, so I'm not going to touch him. I've actually beaten a golem like 15 levels higher than me on Death March, and it took an hour and a half. So I don't recommend it. And the only reason I did it was because of the way a cutscene worked. I couldn't get out of the situation, so I had to finish killing the golem. It was pretty ridiculous. It is best to pay attention to quest levels so you don't get trapped. Where in the hell am I going? Okay. I think I should... That's a ravine, so... Let me find... We're just out in the middle of nowhere. There we go. I feel like there is something there. Is there something there? I don't know. Well, is it marked? Yeah. I am gonna leave that alone. There's a lot of very dangerous monsters out here.
What's that stench?
Okay. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not interested in fighting high-level monsters right now. Oh no. And there's wolves after me. Great. Ah, there we go. We're almost to the Nilfgaard camp. So you want to see what an army looks like. I do not want to fight a foglet. No, thank you. Okay, where's the entrance? Around. Okay. Velen. Did they give me a marker? No.
Barbarians.
So I think we can explore like this area, but this is camps of soldiers technically.
Is it true?
Like I don't think I can go in here. That's where all the soldiers are. Announcement concerning slaves. Soldiers, let me remind you that the camp slaves are only to carry out orders given to them by officers. Their task is to help the cooks, engineers, and craftsmen. 1 second. Okay, I got a cough drop. They will thus not be cleaning your tents, washing your linens, or scrubbing your chainmail. Any soldier caught misusing a slave to do his own duties will spend next month cleaning the latrines. Quartermaster Eggbrock. Looking for a ginger muffin. My mistake, a letter was delivered to me that was meant for someone else. I have lost the envelope. The missive starts with the words, "My sweetest tender ginger muffin," and is signed by your ever-loving little goosey, Ginger Muffin. Please report to Sergeant Gwent Decree from Vadier de Rediox to Radio to Army Group Center Command. Inform all soldiers to Marian guerrillas are not to be attacked. Any planned raids or ambushes are forbidden. They may be engaged in battle, yet only in self-defense. Redania is our greatest foe. Any and all violation of this order will be punishable as per paragraph 3, clause 10 of the Codex of War. Vadier de Rudio. Okay, interesting. I think that's interesting politically because that's an early warning signal that something else is going on. Return my helmet. After our last drill, someone mistakenly took my helmet instead of his own. Thus I'm left with a bassinet that not only reeks like well-soiled hose, but also won't fit on my head for the life of me. My helmet had the letters H.I. engraved on the cap. Whoever took it, returned it to me at once. Private First Class Hylid Idwal. Estate auction for Private Lilwyn. After receiving 50 lashes for abandoning his post, Private Second Class Lilwyn passed away. His private possessions, namely, a tome entitled Common Speech for Beginners, a brown tobacco patch, empty, a locked silver pendant with a woman's likeness, and a lock of hair behind the glass. A carved ivory comb will be sold at auction. Quartermaster Eggbrock. Notice about missing soldiers. Announcement. Soldiers in the service of His Imperial Majesty Emir of our Emirates went missing while performing their duties. A reward shall be paid to anyone who assists in finding them. For more information, see the Quartermaster at the Army Group Center Camp. I have a new quest. I think that's a Witcher contract. Those who stayed off the beaten tracks in the bogs of Velen rarely lived to amend their error. Even the Nilfgaardian soldiers stationed at the Army Group Center camp would at times disappear in the marshes without a trace. After yet another patrol failed to return, the quartermaster of the camp posted a call for some brave soul to search them out and bring them back, or barring that, at least determine their fate. I can actually rob him, which is funny. And I don't like Nilfgaard. Diary of a Fire Swallower. Okay, I was at Loch Muin, that's right, the summit of summits itself. We'd gone there by trope mates and I, knowing there'd be a meeting of the mighty in the ruins. You see, whenever the big shots gather to choose some particularly grisly fat, there's coin to be had for performing men like us. Tired jaws need to relax with some laughing, and indulging in other sorts of simple delights. I learned this as a lad from my old man, who dragged me around to juggle outside courts and conventions all over the continent. So now, plying my own trade as a fire swallower, I told the lads up as soon as I caught word of what was brewing in Loch Muin, and we turned our wagons that way at once. I'm not much one for politics, but I couldn't help but listen to some of it in this time, you see. We Temerians had just lost our king, and our future was to be decided at that very summit, with John Nautilus representing our side of the matter. Radovid was there too, a young pup then, without emanating strength like a gray-haired alpha wolf. It seemed this wolf was licking its chops over Temeria like it was ripe bit of carrion. The rest was dull, a lot of talk about the uprising in Edirn, and its leader, Saskia, who they called the Virgin, though I never got the chance to check personally whether that was accurate. The Nilfgaardians had a delegate, some Shillard fella, and mages were there, talking about restoring the Conclave and Supreme Council of Sorcerers. I didn't listen to much of that. My eyes were glued to the unusually large number of armed troops present at these peaceful talks. Steel-plated grunts clenched pointy weapons and paced the ruins, courtyards, everywhere you looked. Radovid had even brought the Knightly Order of the Flaming Rose, those arrogant pricks ready to bash anyone who doesn't think the same as them. Now the coin was coming in amply. We didn't wait around to see how things would develop, just loaded our stuff into our wagon and left at a trot. As we mounted the pass, we looked back to see pillars of smoke, black as pitch, rising above Loch Muin. Yep. Ballads and hymns. A woven storm, these scars long have yearned for our tender caress, to bind our fortunes, damn what the stars own, rend my heart open, then your love profess, a winding, weaving fate to which we both atone. Chorus, you flee my dream come the morning, your scent berries tart, lilac sweet, to dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy of violet eyes, glistening as you weep. The wolf I will follow into the storm, to find your heart, its passions displaced by ire ever growing, hardening into stone amidst the cold, to hold you in a heated embrace. Chorus, you flee my dreams come the morning, your scent berries tart, lilac sweet, to dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy of violet eyes, glistening as you weep. I know not if fate would have us live as one, or if by love's blind chance we've been abound. The wish I'd whispered when it all began, did it forge a love you might never have found. Chorus, you flee my dream come the morning, your scent berries tart, lilac sweet, to dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy o violet eyes, glistening as you weep.
Who are you? Why do you sniff around here?
Looking for work.
Wait. 2 swords, eyes like slits. You are a witcher, is that so?
Geralt of Rivia.
I have not heard the name. But you will find work here, this I know.
You look tired, Quartermaster. Been stationed here long?
Too long. But the day will come when the Emperor's banner will fly first over Novigrad, then over Tretigor, and we will all go home.
Found your notice.
Ah, yes. You Witchers are said to be excellent trackers. If this is true, you may indeed be able to aid me. Some days ago, I sent a unit of scouts to the wood across the lake. None has returned. Find my men, bring them back to camp. I will pay you well, as it stands in the notice, and not a couple more, mind you. We must have order in the ledgers as well.
Why'd your men go to the woods? Any specific reason?
None. A patrol, as the code ordains.
Local peasants don't exactly see you as liberators.
Say what you mean, Witcher.
Small unit, isolated area. Might have gone at your men with pitchforks.
A handful of yokels in ragged foot wrappings cut down a unit of Imperial scouts. What else? Perhaps a dragon ate them. A bleu yoke.
Fine, I'll look into it.
Begin your search across the lake, where we saw them cross. And good luck, Witcher.
Yeah.
Greetings, Quartermaster.
Honor and glory, Geralt. How can I help?
Show me what you're battling.
Oh yeah, he'll like this. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's play a round of Gwent.
Been a while since I played cards with a subject of His Imperial Majesty. Game of Gwent. Let's lay him down.
Alright. Yeah, okay, we're ready to go. He also has Northern Realms. Okay. Oh boy. Did I ever read Dandelion? Dandelion, you're a cynic, a lecher, a whoremonger, a liar, and my best friend. And then Yennefer. Magic is chaos, art and science. It is a curse, a blessing, and a progression. I don't know what I want to do. Okay. I should probably play on the front row. Wow. Okay. I did pull out a Scorch. That was really good. So let's see if he has a second Scorch. You do not. So I can pass here. Wow, you're really going down heavy. I don't know if that's going to help you much. Huh. Well. I mean, I'm 2 cards up. That's not really helpful. Oh, you get burned. That was really close. I didn't play that very well. Character added. What card did I get? Toraville. Geralt's first attempts to talk to her came to nothing. He was only able to break through her mistrust. Oh, I already read that. Tavar Egebrock. The Nilfgaardian Tavar Egebrock came from a family with a long military tradition. His ancestors have proudly served under the Golden Sun banner during the conquest of Mike, Giso, and Matina, fighting and dying for their emperor. That last fate was met by Tavar's cousin, Colonel Tibor Egbrock. He fell in the Battle of Brenna during the previous Northern War. Despite this fact, Tavar felt no hatred for Nordlings, considering his cousin's death a grievous yet inevitable consequence of war. He performed his duties as quartermaster diligently, with the good of his soldiers as his top priority. We also got a card. Oh. Toraville, I'm gladly kill you from up close, stare in your eyes, but you reek human. Okay. Okay. Not what I wanted to look at. So this is the southern part of the map. What we're gonna do next is world exploration. So next time I'm gonna go grab this notice board. And there is stuff down here, but we don't have to worry about that yet. I'll grab this notice board. And then I'm going to go over here, grab that quest, and then we're going to grab all these notice boards in Novigrad. And then we're going to go over to Skellige. And we're going to grab all these notice boards, and then I'll have a bunch of quests, and I will prioritize the lowest level quest. I actually think there's a quest around here.
I saw you.
We have a new marker. Nilfgaardian Army Group Center Camp. Pitched in a mere 2 weeks, the Army Group Center Camp constitutes the quintessence of Nilfgaardian martial architecture. I think there's a quest here.
Make way.
I swear there's a quest. I know there's a woman. There's a woman with a quest. But where?
Barbarians.
You normally just run into her.
The Emperor shall guide us to a glory.
You have a merchant.
What?
Show me what you have in stock.
I'm always looking for books, but that's not what he's got.
Heard of the Fryhead Brigade?
And Rebecca. That's what I said.
Buy in or just per...
Show me what you...
Nope.
So long.
Man, the weather has been miserable.
They must.
He's missing the business. Maybe they'll find him.
I will not wait and do nothing. Speak of my son.
It is a dangerous business. We'll soon find death on his son.
I shall never again take a talk as a servant.
Mistress, there's not much you and me can do. Not like the corners, give it a shake. Find someone else. Oi, mate! Talk to you a minute.
Is it just me? I think this should be taken down a peg.
I have come from far away. To seek my son. He served in the Nazari cavalry. I must find him. I simply must.
I'm not one of your soldiers.
This is good. Our army refused to help. Yet help is what I need. So much so, I will ask a rock troll if required.
Interesting train of thought, man. Why'd you decide to look for your son now?
He wrote letters. To me, to his fiancée, regularly. They would come in the post each week. And suddenly, they stopped. This was unlike him. Something had happened, I knew.
His brothers in arms tell you anything?
Some will not speak at all. Others lie. This quartermaster, for instance. He told me Herodoberth, my son, left the camp to scout and did not return.
Why, is that unlikely?
He serves in the light cavalry, Nazari brigade. My son was no scout. I require someone's help to find Herodoberth, or his body. Coin is no object.
What's your son look like?
Unlike others, easily distinguished. In all Nilfgaard's army, I do not think there was another with his mane. The color of fire.
A red-haired Nilfgaardian?
His father hailed from Magturga. Folk have light complexions there. My son inherited this trait, and others, from his father. May I count on your help?
Do my best to help you.
You will not regret it. There is nothing I would not do for Herodoberth. Remember this.
I'll ask around, see if I can learn something.
My servant strove to do the same. He drank with the soldiery in the mess, but met no one from my son's company. It is as if it has ceased to exist. You must speak to the quartermaster. He is dismissive of me, but he will be more candid with you. I can feel it. A mother feels these things.
Guess we'll see.
So we got blood ties. Secondary. Near the Nilfgaardian camp, Geralt ran into a noble woman from far off Nazaire. She had journeyed to the front in search of her son, a soldier. The woman was worried because her son would write her often, but at some point had suddenly stopped. No one in the camp knew what had happened to him, but the woman did not believe they were truly ignorant. She offered Geralt a reward for discovering the truth. Oh boy. Okay. Yes. So, I'm going to check this merchant real quick.
Greeting.
Wouldn't mind.
Okay. So, I am tired.
Farewell.
I will save here. Next time, we are going to go on part 1 of a world tour to grab quests. I suspect it'll be 2 parts. And once I get all the quests, I'm going to go through here and do the lowest level quests. I think before I go to Novigrad, I need to pick up... There are 2 quests. I think there's a quest here that's low level. And there might be another quest here. I think there's a quest here that's low level. And I don't think I have this level 3 quest. Yeah. There's a couple of very low level quests I need to pick up. Okay, until next time, Richard out.